Well, a good morning. Welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live. I've now moved away from the studio. I'm now coming to you live from Ngcobo and Sandton, where we are attending the Momentum Women Who Make Moves Summit, a summit basically focusing on resolving the issues and challenges faced by women in sport. And I am now joined by two amazing athletes. First, we've got Kanyisa, who of course plays for the Spa Proteas. And this side, I'm joined by Vusiwe, who plays for the Proteas. And this is, of course, the cricket team. Vusiwe, firstly, I want to start with you. When you look at the space of women in cricket, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges you feel you face?
I think the biggest challenges that we face is that we don't have enough sponsorship. We only have Momentum currently. So I think if we can create a platform where more sponsors come into party in terms of sponsoring the team, and since we've seen that in the 2023 World Cup, we reached the final. So I thought maybe at some point we'll elevate and have more sponsors. But I'm glad that Momentum is still on board. And I hope that the young girls that will be coming in the next few years will get more sponsors than us.
And how frustrating is it for you, the fact that you think that, okay, when we perform, it will open up more doors and more opportunities, and you perform, you get to the T20 final, and still it seems like not much is changing for you from a sponsorship point of view? Do you find that makes you feel a bit dejected?
Yeah, it is a bit discouraging. I mean, once you achieve such milestones as a team, you will officially think that, oh my gosh, now we're gonna get more sponsors. Isn't those? But once that doesn't happen, I mean, there's now cricket is more in a professional space, so you expect a lot to be happening currently. But I think maybe in a year or 2 or 5 years we'll get there.
All right, and for you, Kanyisa, from your point of view, do you feel that your challenges are also similar to what Vusiwe is mentioning, just in terms of lack of sponsorship and funding for women's sports?
Definitely, but I think with netball, there's been a lot of improvement in the past 2-3 years. A lot of sponsors have been coming on board, and I mean, I can thank Netball South Africa for that, for really working hard, just because obviously we had the World Cup in South Africa last year, so we needed to step it up in that area, and I think Netball South Africa did a really good job in really putting us out there. But we still, obviously, as women, need more. We still need to be recognized more. We still need to be put out there to be seen, and that's a struggle that almost every woman has in South Africa, in sport in South Africa.
And when we look at what you're saying now, how do we take this now and move it forward to inspire young women and the next generation? Because I'm sure when you were coming up, you had certain people that you were looking up to and who were inspiring you. How do you then now carry it forward to the next generation?
I think firstly, a summit like this is really important. It's very educational for almost everyone to learn how to put yourself out there in terms of personal branding, in terms of commercial rights. Those are the things that we need to be educated about in order for us to be out there by ourselves with the help of the Federation. So doing things like this and being out there ourselves and personally branding ourselves will really help, and let those who are still up and coming know that you can be a sport person and still be seen and recognized in South Africa.
We talk about Vusiwe being seen and recognized in South Africa as a sport person. Do you find it a little bit challenging for you to try and inspire the next generation of cricketers when you know the difficulties and challenges that you face that are probably similar to the ones that were faced by the players that came before you?
Firstly, I think we have a great platform in terms of we have club cricket, we have hubs, and we have different type of aspects in terms of building and mentoring players. There's different tournaments that have been played in the Josie Cup. I was the ambassador, and I think having to play in that tournament taught me that youngsters need to be mentored and to be brought up in the right manner. They need guidance in terms of senior players being taking part in those type of tournaments. I mean, playing club, I play for Soweto Cricket Club, and it's always nice to see the young girls smiling. They're like, oh, I'm playing with Vusiwe, and the excitement is still there, and they're also instilling your knowledge towards them and investing in them, showing them that there is a professional space within the cricketing system. And I think that's one thing that CSA is doing a very great job in, because you look at the pipeline, it is growing. Currently we have in the top 6 teams, there are contracted players in different provinces. So I think we are getting somewhere, but we still have a long way to go.
And we look at where we are here today, and we look at still having a long way to go. We're at the Women Who Make Moves Summit by Momentum. What do you want to leave here with? I know that you've attended the summit before a couple of years ago. This is your second time around. What do you want to leave with this time around?
I think there's a lot of knowledge to be instilled for me. I mean, there's lawyers, there's agents, there's financial advisors, and there's a lot that I will take from this summit in terms of learning via, especially in broadcasting also. I think we as professional athletes, we never look at it as if we need to follow back into something, because we're not going to play forever. So I think such initiatives are needed so that we can also go back home and within our communities and guide the young girls to say, you can still play, but also you need to have something that you'll fall on. So such summits are needed, and I hope that other young girls like me will also attend.
All right, Kanyisa joining us here, as well as Vusiwe, just talking about the summit that we've got here this morning, looking at redressing and addressing the issues and challenges that are faced by women in sports. It's going to be taking place over the next 2 days, and we do hope that we're going to come out from this bigger and better, because the ladies say, the ladies perform, they deliver when it comes to what they do in the field of play, but just not enough sponsorship coming their way.